You can go ahead, Scott.
Good evening. Great to be part of Democracy in Action. My name's Scott Wolf. I've had the opportunity to be Executive Director of Grow Smart Rhode Island for most of its 28-year existence. We represent a big tent coalition of business and civic leaders, community development and finance professionals, and engaged grassroots community change agents. And we're committed to designing and developing and/or redeveloping our communities in ways that strengthen our downtowns and main streets, that expand affordable transportation and housing options, that improve access to daily physical activity, and that protect Rhode Island's beauty, magic, and soul. We're not ambitious, are we? But in any event, we are very grateful that you and your colleagues in the House and Senate decided last year to provide state seed funding for the launch of the Main Street Rhode Island State Coordinating Program, which we are overseeing. I and my colleague Jillian Finkel, to my left, Grow Smart Rhode Island's Main Street Director and Deputy Director, are here to demonstrate why your initial investment in this innovative and battle-tested program was a sound and catalytic one, and why it's critical to keep the positive benefits of this program flowing and expanding. Investing in Main Street Rhode Island is important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, because it's a revenue generator, both for government and small business. This is based on extensive research by Main Street America, kind of the mothership for this initiative. In fact, we're also convinced that Main Street and downtown commercial districts are the neighborhoods in Rhode Island best equipped logistically and politically to accommodate commercial and residential growth. There's less opposition to growth in these places than in many other locations in the state. They're also often the best places to address several of the pressing needs you've been hearing a lot of erudite commentary about tonight. For example, expanding affordable transportation and housing choices, improving public health, and growing small businesses. So it's also critical to concentrate on these beloved but sometimes struggling commercial districts for several other reasons. They generally have access to water and sewer infrastructure and often have a high rate of underutilized or vacant buildings. So that makes them and their adjacent neighborhoods, I'll hustle, the places where sorely needed multifamily, affordable, and workforce housing is most easily accommodated and permitted. They're also the places where the layout of the built environment is most conducive to a healthy lifestyle, to walking, biking, strolling, etc. And they have traditionally been the districts where the American and the Rhode Island dream most often come to fruition by serving as Rhode Island's prime economic launching pad for immigrants and people of color. And finally, they're also the places in many ways most heavily impacted by recent social and economic upheavals associated with the remote working revolution, the rise of online consumerism, and the hunger for more social connection. So, thank you for understanding the big bang for the state's bucks that's represented by this initiative. I'm now going to turn to my colleague Jillian to give you more specifics on what Main Street Rhode Island has accomplished so far and our methodical plan for future progress, provided you support our, I think, modest funding request. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.